Hello and welcome to day 31. We're going to keep it real short. We've already gone 6.9 miles. We still have 6.9 more miles to go from the shelter that we were in.
It's storming.
It's getting ready to.
It sounds like.
You can hear the thunder roaring.
Maybe I guess.
So we're trying to get the miles as quick as we can. So we'll give you an update.
Yeah, and then when we get to the shelter, there's a little reward. We get to sit around the spigot and fill our water bottles.
Yeah.
That's a special event around here.
Yeah. So we'll update you a little bit later. Happy trails.
Happy trails.
Okay, I'm keeping the frame parallel. This is what we're about to do. This is looking straight forward. Whew. Hello from the end of day 31. Hello from the end of day 31. We started at the Leroy Smith shelter and we hiked to the I've forgotten it already. Kirkridge shelter. I've got a picture of it, so it's on the
last shelter before the Delaware Water Gap.
So this is the last shelter in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we are so excited.
And you know, we had to climb over rocks to get here even today.
So we went 13.8 miles, and the reason we had to go so far is there's no water. And we had to make it here to get water.
It looked like two old camels.
So we went an extra mile, a half mile down and a half mile back up to get water at the shelter we were in yesterday. And then there was no water anywhere else on the trail today.
At the same time, though, we didn't have to cook dinner because 4 feet offered some trail magic just as we got.
We were 0.6 of a mile
from
the shelter.
Sat down.
He had sub sandwiches for us.
Yeah,
and it was really good.
And some tea. And
so
stuff.
The hiking today, this morning there was a climb and then it leveled out, but we're in Pennsylvania and 90% of all today had rocks.
I will say this, and I found this out by accident. We've got the last 2.5 miles, 3.5 miles, something like that, to go to the shelter. We were trying to make a beeline to the shelter because we'd heard that there were trail magic there, but we weren't sure we were going to get there in time.
It inspired us to move faster.
It inspired us to move fast, and by the way, she can flat out haul. But anyway, all that to say, we're going through, and there's a blue blaze that says alternate route.
And yeah, we didn't take it.
We didn't take it.
And then we got up on what's called Wolf Ledges. Oh my gosh. It was a fun hike, but it was on ledges and it was very rocky and
forward. Yeah.
It was very rocky and hold on, we're having to move out of the way. And
we'll come up here to the bear box.
And it was on ledges and it was walking.
There's a bear box.
We had 2 miles to get to 2.5 miles to get to the trail magic, a little bit less than 2.5 miles. And so
she was power walking.
And then all of a sudden we had 2 miles left and we were at this, it was like you climbed way up to get on these ledges. And we had to walk across
the ledges, and all look at this. Where did all this rock come from?
And
We thought we were on the end of the hike.
There were some places that weren't marked so well, which made it a little bit longer to get. So I'm like, we're not going to make
blazes that have moved since the last time they put blazes on the rocks.
I will never say it's just 2 miles ever again.
Nope.
Because
not in Pennsylvania.
Those last 2 miles bit us. But we did get off the ledges safely, of course, because we're here. Okay. And the last mile before the road crossing, so 1.5 miles from the shelter, the trail was pretty good. We were 1.2 miles from the road crossing where we had seen that there was potential trail magic. Mm-hmm. And Repack goes, I need you to power walk. No matter how much I complain, no matter how much I say stop,
I did do that.
I need you to power walk.
And I did complain.
And he did complain. And
but
I had to stop a couple of times because I thought something had happened to him back there. So we have started playing this game that Uncle Bill and Pacesetter told us about. We all knew it growing up as kids. But when you're walking and you're trying to figure out how far behind somebody is from you without turning around, you play Marco Polo. So if you're on trail and you hear us Marco Polo.
This is a role reversal, but usually she's Marco and I'm Polo.
But yeah, it was a good day. It was supposed to rain today, and we were blessed with skies that did not rain, because on the rocks we were on this afternoon, that would have been a game changer.
Yeah, that would have been.
So it was a wonderful day. The problem that we had last night, the guy woke up and he was a different person.
Yeah.
He was pleasant. It was
another thing too, all right? And this is advice for anybody doing hiking. Make sure that you're eating. Make sure that you are spending a lot of calories, carrying 31, 35 pounds, whatever, and going 1 foot in front of the other for about 10 hours or so. Oftentimes, if you don't have enough fuel, you'll get a little grumpy. And fortunately, there's somebody to say, hey, have you eaten lately? That would be my wife.
But, yeah, the language got a little bad last night. And I was really glad to see a different side of him this morning. Yeah. So, life is good. I am thoroughly enjoying myself.
I am too.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
I am too.
So
I'll be enjoying myself even more once we get out of Pennsylvania. But
yeah,
that being said,
that's a story for tomorrow.
The people of Pennsylvania have been
amazing.
Fantastic.
The people have been amazing, and in the next video or two, we're going to talk about things about Pennsylvania, what we liked, things we'll remember.
Are you giving me an assignment?
I am. So
okay.
It is past hiker midnight, and we have got to go to bed.
Can I borrow some of your paper?
No.
Okay. Night, everybody.
Happy trails.
Happy trails.